Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Frontline Prediction League in the trenches. This is, now it's 2 weeks in a row that we're recording these at like 1 in the morning on Saturday. That's just the thing that happens right now because of the way things are right now. I don't know. Next week should be much better because we're not doing results toward the middle or end of the week and trying to schedule around it. But, yeah, this is Frontline Prediction League. I should probably get that in there. Frontline League on Twitter. It is our wrestling Discord. You can come follow in as well. You can see character chat and all sorts of fun stuff with the Frontline Prediction League. It is Frontline League on Twitter. It's probably the best spot to begin, and then you go from there. Like, favorite, subscribe on this video to go to our Discord and get all the stuff like the results of Survivor Series, the upcoming matches as well, profiles for everything, and of course, stuff from us. I am your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, except when CT does it, is BeerMe Jesus. How are you today, BeerMe?
I'm doing pretty good. We just had Thanksgiving here, and it was pretty good. So
It's about time you guys had your Thanksgiving. I had mine like a month and a half ago. Jeez.
I know, right? We're behind. But how are you doing today?
Tired. Say we're both really tired for those paying attention. I didn't have Thanksgiving. This is busy and nonstop with stuff, and just that's why we're doing it like 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. This will not be super long, thankfully. Survivor Series, a lot of competitors, but there's 3 matches that have 10 people each. Makes it a bit quicker. So we will go through these here and dive right in, I think, BeerMe. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
With the Survivor Series itself, please do check out, also on this channel, the hype video that I did, the old school Vince voice, which was a little low-key, but that's kind of how he did the Survivor Series ones, showing the teams with the Zoom and everything. It was a lot of fun. Already working on the Rumble, for those wondering. Yes, I have things in mind. But Survivor Series, I keep getting distracted. It's only been like 3 minutes, BeerMe. Oh boy, we got to get through this. So, Survivor Series. The main event was the Antidote. James Costner, James Black, Wesley Shadow, and Chef Urban and Dion Blade. They are in the Antidote. Defeated Infinity and Beyond. That's us. It's myself, Redhead 12, and the Midnight Rider making up Infinity, as well as the must-see good guys, representatives from FBU, the GMSG, and you, BeerMe Jesus. We lost, BeerMe. We lost.
We did.
By a point. 1 point.
Yeah.
The specifics of how Survivor Series work is kind of like, the other matches had eliminations happening because when a Survivor Series match happens, you take the scores that happen from that match, no bonuses, more on that in a second, but you take the scores to see what's what. Whoever has the lowest score is eliminated. If more than one person has that same lowest score on the same team, they're both eliminated, or all 3, or all 4, or all 5. We've seen that before in the JRPL. If someone on the other team, though, has the same score, nobody's eliminated because it's essentially no contest, and you go to the next match, and you see what happens. And that's part of the structure and what we were thinking to put, like me, my 6 or 7 pointer on Damian Priest, and then he got disqualified, and I didn't get my 7 points, because that would have had us running away with it, because we had so many where we all had 0, and then we all had 2, and then we all had 3, and we all had 4. So the fact that there's like 4 people with 4 points negates the fact when that's the bottom, because nobody gets eliminated even though people are running away with it. And we're hoping like eventually someone will be knocked out. And if Priest won, we would have been okay, because I think it was Chef Urban was the one off. He only had 2 points on it. So he would have been the odd man out. But when Priest lost, and we all bet on Priest, we all had 0s, and it continued, and it saved his skin. So, unlike other matches, nobody got eliminated till the very last match of the pay-per-view. 7 matches in, I think it was. Because Lee put no contest on Reigns and Big E. So he was left behind on the scores for that and got eliminated. And then the match ended, and now the bonuses come in because it keeps going till everybody's eliminated. And no one was except for Lee, so we counted the bonuses up for everybody, excluding Lee's because he was eliminated, and we lost by a point. If he had put his 2 points, because that's all it was, on Roman, he still would have been eliminated, but it would have been 79-78, and we would have won. And the 4 of us would have been celebrating our victory and be like, "Oh, Ali, sorry, man, you took the bullet, but then we got him," you know.
Right.
But we didn't even need his bonus points. We didn't. We just needed his 2 points. But if he hadn't been eliminated and we got at least 1 bonus point, it still would have been 70, 79, or even more with all of his bonus points. What he got? To be honest, I got my 1-pointer, my 2-pointer, my 3-pointer, and my 5-pointer. That's it. I lost my 6. I lost my 7. I lost big points. A lot of us did. Priest kind of screwed us. And too many of us went on Usos. We can now see that because Anarchio's out of nowhere. It's fine. So, yeah, that sucked. My knee hurt real bad after that too, because the whole, vitamin eye for an eye, knee for a knee. So yeah, he went after my leg. Storyline will happen from that. It'll be fun. I got a promo coming. Good stuff. Remember, this show is not in character. Please remember that, everybody. But my whole promo was Vitamin had not had that moment. Right, like you and I have had those submission matches, and GMSG's always beaten me, and Lee cost me everything, and Red even more. But Costner's just been an opponent. Well, now he might cost me my career, so he gets a moment there. It's yeah. So that happened. That happened, and we almost did it. We were a point away. If that was a no contest, I don't know what I would have done. Everybody gets eliminated, right? So, what could have been? We also have the match where the winner gets a WarGames advantage. Forgive me, BeerMe. I just skipped over that completely. Sorry. Did you want to say anything about that match? You were in it, so I thought, you know.
You said it perfectly.
It hurt. It hurt all night. We were panicked. We were like, this can't happen this way. This isn't
right.
No. And then when we saw Lee's 2 points, we were like, oh no. Why'd he put no contest? Right. Oh no. They've done like 4 of those matches, and the Universal Champion hasn't lost a single one yet. So yeah. Okay, so winner gets WarGames advantage because WarGames is coming up next. Modstep defeated the Arbiter and Mark Harper. Then things happened, and the Strays decimated the Simple Creatures outright. My leg injury was nothing compared to that. They went too far, storyline wise, right? Like it's that kind of thing. Like it's cool to have that, but okay, now what? And that will be addressed as we go. It might even be addressed in the announcements I have. I screenshot it and didn't look at it yet, but we'll get there. But Modstep won the advantage, but looking like that might not even be a thing, so we're going to move on from there. The Arbiter was the runner-up, if that's a relevant thing that we need to discuss. Moving on. Non-title, Bastion won by a point over Mad Elite Titan in a non-title match. The world champ. 2 for 2 in these kind of cool, how is he going to beat this guy match that I've had fun writing. And, yeah, he's won them both, so good job there. What do you think about your boy Bastion and, for that matter, Mad Elite almost beating him?
Bastion's still going strong. A win's a win. And but Mad Elite Titan had a good showing. Yeah, he did pretty well. He just couldn't do what a lot of people can't do, and that's beat Bastion.
Bane didn't either. I think I've done it once ever. It's a hard thing to beat him. That's why he's the world champion. So next up, the Survivor Series match: Dakota Alfine, Rolantando, Broken Nerd, RGX, Payne, and Kier 1 defeated Team Mystery Mask, which was Mystery Mask, Rate Russell, Alexander McKennedy, Sheriff Dog, and Michael Marsh, the latter two being the Strays. McKennedy is our current reigning, not defending, because he didn't defend it, but the American champion. Mystery Mask was eliminated by DQ, then Rate Russell went out by RGX, RGX out by Michael Marsh, McKennedy out by Kier 1, Marsh by Payne, and then Sheriff Dog by Broken Nerd. And Dakota Alfine took the win. There was a revelation in this one, too, wasn't there, BeerMe?
There was.
Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of liquid because my throat's been raw the last little bit. Sorry for the pause there, guys. Mystery mask. We found the mystery. It's Hiroshi Moses. And some people might be like, oh, of course. Yeah, it was kind of a neat thing to be able to pull that off, I think, because there's only so many people we can do that with, right? And everybody's either here or they're not. So to have something like that be able to be done and be workable, that's pretty damn cool. I like that. And it's the history, and it worked out well. And it's neat how it happened, like, first, right? Like, it's the way the story kind of worked that out. So I like that a lot. I like a lot of how that went. Kudos to CT. He wrote the other 2 Survivor Series matches. I wrote the one that we were in. He wrote the other 2 with all the details. And the Stray stuff. Red was writing stuff in here as well. But big props to them. Please come in here and read this stuff. That's why I'm not going into super detail about what happened in here. I want you guys to read this. Go follow along, like in our Discord, find the results, and then click on that, and you'll see this stuff. It's really, really cool. Non-title match. BeerMe. BeerMe. Matt Zion and Rab defeated the FPL Continental Tag Team Champions of the World, La Familia, Detrick Cyrus, and the Alpha Dog, 41-34.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Zion and Rab, they keep doing things that, people don't think they're going to do.
It doesn't make sense. But I love it.
It doesn't.
Because we were looking for teams to rise up, and holy crap, they just did. So, what happens from there? Well, the titles got to get defended. We've had a while with no titles being defended. We all know that the world title is being defended at WarGames. That's been announced, I do believe. If not, I just outed it. But I'm pretty sure you mentioned that last time. But
yeah.
I can say, to let people know, we have just looked at some booking plans for things like Final Battle, Day 1, Hard to Kill, Elimination Chamber-ish time frame, Royal Rumble, of course. So we're looking at, matches and contenders and setting stuff up for that, because there's a bit of a logjam right now. So I like to see, like, suddenly a team beats the champs. Oh, okay. That might make things a bit easier. We'll see what happens from that. So very, very curious to see where it goes from there. I say that as if I wasn't part of a booking call last night. I was, but as I mentioned, it's been a long week, and I forget a lot of it. That's why we write this stuff down. So, Bane the Bissa defeated Kim, 18-12. Josh Giannio defeated JJ Rocky, 22-12. JJ on that slide down. Let's not take anything away, though. Josh Giannio kind of got a monkey off his back and beat someone who was a big threat to him before and to everybody, so that's a big, big win. That is pushing forward, and it's hard to take JD out. We've known this for a long time. He's kept that momentum the whole goddamn time, except for those no contests with McKennedy, but let's be clear, he didn't lose those. It was RGX. Right. He lost that contendership, and some might say he's got to get that shot back. In a win like this, that's a good match. Main show win. Good, good, good. We'll see what happens. Survivor Series. The last one, to be fair, though, the first one on the card, Luke Gray, CJ Hawk, Lexi Briggs, Ash, and Jason Blades. The CT Extinction, which I regret I did not know that on the recording, because I could have said with the Vince voice. I think I can do it for him now. Let's see here. It was the Shronkbusters versus CT Extinction. There you go. So, Shronkbusters, which I just said it again, it's a goofy name, but we got to do it. Jonathan C.T. Martin, Sebastian Escobar, Smooth Rock, the reigning Canadian champion, Tino, and Roman Pierce. This one was nuts. Lexi was eliminated by Smooth Rock, Ash by Escobar, CT by Luke. Very, very good on that. Good job, Luke. You got that back finally. Escobar by Jace, and then Smooth Rock, the Canadian champion, by Hawk, and then Roman Pierce by Hawk, Hawk by Tino, and then, the poetry. Tino by Luke Gray. The structure of that, how it worked out, who got eliminated by who. Masterful stuff again by CT with the write-up in that about overcoming, about this months-long story of Luke getting this shot and having it pulled away. Like, we're talking WrestleMania time frame here with tag partners and stuff, right? All these things happening, and he's able to overcome it. And it's good stuff. Sometimes the good guys do win. Other times, there's an antidote. But I digress.
Right.
What do you think about that? Luke finally getting his win.
I'm happy for him. I really am.
What about CT getting his loss?
I'm kind of happy about that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No,
Our
I mean, somebody had to beat him eventually, you know.
Yep.
So,
But it's
I
like the
mean, yeah,
fact that Luke got CT and Tino. I mean,
yeah.
come on,
It's a feel. That's a big feel good.
that's pretty
That's
great.
a big story.
But even those story bits,
Hmm.
I know Smooth Rock was fighting with Hawk, and there was some back and forth about like I don't care what your briefcase your title's for because he's a champion, right? So very very cool stuff.
Hmm.
Fun dynamic with the characters, and that's some of the super fun I have with the Rumble. I'm looking forward to writing that this year with the characters that have been established over the past year and the new people involved. Oh, it's so good, so much fun. Smooth Rock, he beat CM Carlito 17-16. Junction getting a win over Angela Grace. Let's point this out. That's a good win for him. He's had a rough patch,
Yeah.
and Grace has been strong. So that's the kind of good turnaround win. Same with Wookie over Danny the Light Jordison. Ace High beating Buckend 5. Kurt Cult beating Cammy Cat. And 3G Platinum beating X and Killmonger 8. Again, not many matches here toward the end. A very light kickoff show. But some decent wins by people who needed them on main shows. That goes far. Looking at some of these, yeah, it's kind of the same names always down there with Ace and Buck and stuff like that. But they win, they kind of move up a little bit, and then we see what we can do because we don't want to just have Ace High versus Cammy Cat 5 times in the year just because they're low on the card. We do want to mix it up, and we look at opportunities. We look at that and go, hey, Ace High got a win. Let's see what we can do. We might give him a higher match just because maybe that's the turnaround he needs, right? Like we're trying to figure that stuff out. We're not going to say we're perfect at it, but we're not just, leaving people to languish down in the lower card. Yeah, if they don't win, they don't win, but we don't want to not give them a chance to win because, BeerMe, you'll know this from Conor McGregor. He often would fight above his standing, and he won. So it's like, oh, okay. So that's how I look at it. When it's like, man, Junction got a win. He's been on the lower card for a while. Let's put him on the main card. Let's see what we can do. That kind of stuff. I like to see that. That's the mentality there. So yeah. Achievements. There's a lot here. We got 10 FPL appearances for Black and Harper. We got 30 people being in a Survivor Series and obviously 15 winning it. Rab got his 5th match win. Yeah, Rab beat the tag champs in his 5th win. That's Rab. Luke, Hawk, and RGX won their 10th matches. We got a tag match win for the first time for Ash, Hawk, Kieran, and Payne. That's kind of funny to think that people have been around for like 25 shows, something like that, and are winning their first tag match at the Survivor Series. It's kind of wild.
Right.
And then Mad Elite Titan got a total of 500 points in the FPL matches. That's the nature of points, how it goes. So yeah, please come check this out. Here's all the write-up. There's the insanity of the Shrunk Busters versus CT Extinction, JJ's match, Dakota Alfine, the Bastion, Mod Step, and then the insanity that happened afterwards. Maybe LJ is dead. We don't know. He got hit real bad with a street dog stomp. I'll get the name right. And then the main event where I got stretchered out. Yep, I got stretchered out. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Got my leg pounced in between the stairs and the ring post. So yeah, War Games. Let's just talk about that now. War Games. My voice is too. I can't do a proper voice for it. Like maybe we'll get it after. We got next week to do it too. I'll do a proper War Games for that one.
Sure.
Regal style. So we'll get there. But it is War Games. It is December 5th. That is a Sunday, I do believe, and it's going to be, I think, 8 p.m. So they're doing either an hour or a half hour. Your deadline again is around 5 o'clock Eastern on Sunday, so keep that in mind. The picks page will probably be up a lot earlier than usual because we're basing it off of Tuesday, right? NXT 2.0. So the picks page will come from there, but we might hold it back a little bit because they might announce more matches. But I think the card's pretty much fully announced. Like, there's the 2 War Games matches, there's the hair for hair, there's the cruiserweight, and I think one other one too. So we're probably good, but we'll keep it safe just to be safe. That made all the sense in the world, didn't it? We'll keep it safe to be safe. I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the World Championship will be defended by Bastion. There will be a War Games match, obviously. Team RGX and Real Nintendo with 2 partners versus Honor Club. Ray Russell, Alexander McKennedy, Smooth Rock, and then a partner. Honor Club has 3 members, so we'll see what happens there. And then, of course, Simple Creatures, Mod Step, Chappers, JJ, and an Unknown versus Death Money Inc., The Arbiter, Kano Mac, Tino, and Ace High versus the Strays. Sheriff Dog, Michael Marsh, Mark Harper, and Supreme Rock. Now, obviously, there's the creature situation. We'll touch on that. And then I scroll through, and there's nothing else in here. So, BeerMe, I've got matches, you've got matches, and we've actually got stuff for Beyond WarGames, or at least I do. Let me see here as I go to my listings, because I did take a screenshot, and then I made a banner, and I lost my screenshot, and now I've taken a new screenshot. Here we go. I will say right now, the WarGames, let's just mention that. I have the details. For Simple Creatures versus Death Money Inc. versus Strays, the Simple Creatures have been removed from this WarGames by virtue of LJ and Chappers being out for a while due to injury. So, they're pulled. They are pulled from that match because there's just nobody left for JJ, and that's it. So they've been pulled. They're out of that. So it's down to simply DMI versus Strays, which kind of seems fitting when you really look at it. Like, not for nothing with the creatures, but this has got to stop with these two teams. So yeah, that's one I've got. What have you got for WarGames, BeerMe? Unless you want to comment on the creatures. The creatures, the sudden downfall of the creatures is ridiculous, right?
It is.
Like,
they'll be back.
The best tag team we've had, and I know I keep saying that, I'm going to harp on that because it's fact. They're the best tag team that's been around for like 2 years. Now they're gone. Just like that. Like, they've been taken out. That's the Strays. That's what the Strays have done. So, not for nothing, they know what they're doing, but ugh.
Well, I'm interested to see what comes of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see.
Sorry, yeah, what have you got?
Alright, I always save that. Well, that's not enough.
Yeah, I got one I saved too, of course. Yeah.
Alright, let's do... Okay, we'll do, I got La Familia, I got Detrick Cyrus and the Alpha Dog. They will be defending their FPL Continental Tag Team Championships against Matt Sion and...
It's happening.
It is happening.
And they could win it. WarGames is a sketchy, dangerous one, isn't it? It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, here we go. We might have our third team of champions, and it's Matt, Zion, and Rab. Never would have thought it, but they were close before. Like, they were probably a win away. No, they were. They were in a contendership match with the Strays, I think. They were a win away from getting a tag title shot. The Strays got it and lost.
Match was close. Yeah.
And now here we are. So, yeah, I mean, they beat them on a main show. It was a big one, too, so can't really fault that. So, yeah. Speaking of title matches, I got one for you, BeerMe.
All right.
The World Championship will be defended by Bastion, our FPL World Champion, who won it at SummerSlam, defeating Payne, and had a successful defense against Sebastian Escobar inside Hell of a Cell. I forget which event it was, but he will defend for the second time against James Costner. I mean, he earned it.
He did. He did.
Character stuff aside. Yeah, by hook or by crook.
By hook or crook.
He made an emphatic statement. He took out 2/3 of FPU, and this is the only one left.
It's true.
With the world title. Like, he made event. Yeah. Costner's been on the radar for a bit, so this, like I said, that log jam, here we go. Right time, right place. Can he capitalize? Can Costner become FPL World Champion while I have my leg laid up and watch it on the monitor? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yep. Sometimes that's the good story, though, because, what happens later, But I know better than to bet against Costner in this. I've been saying this since Money in the Bank last year with him being a threat. I think Costner can take this. I think he will take this. But it's Bastion. We all know how hard he is to beat. Both these guys literally hurt me and my friends at one point. Fucking Bastion put Lee off a roof with Jut. So, like, no, no love lost, but I mean, Costner's Costner. But I'm picking Costner. I think he's going to upset and shock it. He's on a tear like no other, and I say that with a tear in my leg. I mean, you're picking Bastion, right? But realistically, what do you think about Costner's chances here?
I think he's got a decent chance.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got as good chance as anybody else. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, everybody gave Sebastian Escobar like one of the best chances, and Bastion turned him away.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like this is the same thing. I'm not saying anything bad about Sebastian Escobar. No. I like him and the family a lot, but I mean, he did lose that match, and I think the same thing's going to happen to Costner, and then it's going to be wild to see what happens from there. But I'm not counting Costner out because he is very evil and very smart. So
that is
maybe he finds a way.
That is the highest praise to say for Escobar in that situation, because he didn't win the belt, but he didn't really get buried, I guess is the way to put it. Like, it's fine. Like, his stock dropped a bit because he didn't win the title, but he's still Sebastian Escobar, and that's what Costner is here. So you're not saying that he's bad. This is like Bastion's that good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So we'll see what happens
until somebody beats Bastion with that title. I'm not going to pick them unless it's like CJ. Unless Hawk just cashes in.
Until someone beats Bastion, I'm not going to pick them to beat Bastion. That's fair.
Yeah. You know, can't really do it. Can't do it.
Fair.
But
what else have we got?
Well, speaking of World Championships, I have an FPL World Championship #1 contenders match. I have Roman Pierce, who's been on a really good roll, versus Josh Dionio, who has also been on a really good roll, who just beat JJ.
Like we just said, yep.
Versus another member of FBU in the GMSG.
Ooh, remember I mentioned a log jam? Yeah. That's a little bit of that. Let's sort some stuff out. Let's see who can elevate up from that and move on. I'm picking GMSG. No, nothing against Roman Pierce. No, nothing against JD. This could be JD, could be on a run right now, and he could be unstoppable. He's on the poster, for crying out loud. But GMSG, I know better than to bet against him, so I'm picking him for that. But oh god,
yeah.
What does that mean? Does that mean Bastion versus GMSG?
I have a theory. I think I know what would happen if those two faced off in a match.
You'd be the special ref, right?
Oh well, I mean maybe, but I mean that'd be pretty cool.
It's the only way to be fair. I mean, let's be honest.
The only way to be fair, but I have a feeling that something else would happen in that match, and then we'd all be shocked.
Would there be some kind of bird involved?
Maybe.
You
know, I mean,
waiting in the wings.
You know, I mean, maybe he would be like, "Hey, I don't want these two to tear each other apart. Maybe I'll get in there and save everybody." You know?
I fully, in this moment, realized that I kind of forgot to write a bit where Hawk was watching Bastion's match, because I like to put that in, and I kind of forgot about it. He was busy with Survivor Series, though. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. He'll Survivor Series full plate. Got seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving. Right? I meant Thanksgiving, not Survivor Series. Oh my god.
Mm.
But Hawk could be world champion.
It's true.
Yeah, and he could defeat either of these guys, and then go on to beat whoever this contender is. So yeah, it could be very, very interesting with that. I'm intrigued for that. What else have you got to announce? Anything else?
Nope. I got something for a later pay-per-view.
You got something for? I have something for day one.
I have something for Rumble.
Well, day one comes first. Let's go to that. Day one. Let me scroll down here. I don't have a graphic for that yet. There's Final Battle. It's coming too. Day one, Saturday, January 1st. Hear that? Saturday. It's on New Year's Day. It says card subject to change. Well, same with us. That's how it always is. As I try to get the sleep out of my eye. This is awesome, gripping television for everybody to watch. As I realized I was doing it as I was doing it. I was like, oh, that's on camera. Okay, day one. The FPL Canadian Championship will be defended by Smooth Rock against Ralentando.
Oh.
in a rematch. Nintendo has pretty much earned this shot back. So
Yeah.
here we go. Obviously, Watson rules, but yep, day one, that's the shot to get it back. I don't know if he will.
I'm happy with that.
I don't know if he will. We could have our first two-time champion with that.
Correct.
We don't have any of those yet. That could be our first one in any division. But I don't know if he's going to take it back. I think this might be Smooth Rock, keeping it for a bit longer.
I don't know who I'm going to pick in that yet.
No.
I need to think on that a little bit because that's really hard.
It's not like January 1st is only like 35 days away.
Right.
That's terrifying of its own accord.
Because Real Nintendo's had a lot of these matches. Like,
yep.
Watson rules. Like Smooth hasn't has he defended the title yet? Or
no.
So
he hasn't defended it once yet.
Yeah,
this is kind of why we got to do it. So yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, my gut tells me that experience is going to prevail, but I mean, they're both on rolls, so I can't, But if I had to pick just based off of experience, I'd pick Real Nintendo.
Same. I think that's my pick as well. But you've got something.
I mean, he doesn't. But then again, he doesn't really have a stable backing him like Smooth Rock does. So maybe that comes into play. But yeah, I got something for Rumble. Every championship will be defended at the Royal Rumble. So if you are a champion, you will be defending your title.
There you go. So things are kicking in. Things are coming quick. As far as for people who were going to be in the Rumble, I'll tell you right now, we haven't even discussed it yet. But it's going to obviously be a case of like the roster's eligible, except for probably champions. Maybe not the world, but the rest. But maybe if you're in a title match at the Rumble, you're not. We haven't talked about it yet. But that's obviously going to be something we have to deal with and worry about and figure out. But we'll be working on that soon because there's really only like 3 or 4 shows until then, as you just saw me scrolling through. There's WarGames coming up with Final Battle a week or so after that, then Day 1 and Hard to Kill, and then the Rumble. So we pretty much know the roster at this point. Like, it's very, very unlikely, not to dissuade anything, but very unlikely anybody new is going to join up between now and then. So we could really pick our Rumble names right now. But we've got title matches first, so I don't want to say people aren't in it when someone is not in because they're a champion, but then they are or aren't later. You get what I'm saying. So we're looking into that. I say that as we're actively not looking into that, but we will be. It's 2 a.m. I'm tired. So that's coming, though. We are looking forward to that. It might be a case of like, oh, it's the loser of the title match is in, and whoever that might be, suddenly that person's in. I don't know. We might just have it if it's Bastion defending against BeerMe Jesus. Sorry, guys, you're not in the Rumble. Like, you're not eligible to be drawn for the Rumble. That might be it. I don't know. We didn't have to worry about that last time. We just had a roster, and we went with it. So we'll figure that out. Don't worry. Otherwise, yeah, fair game. We'll see what happens. And it's all random. All random draw. We'll do another War Room. We'll do with the wheel. We'll watch everybody freak out as I'm picked last or something. It'll be fun. It'll be good stuff. It'll be great. God, I hope I'm in the Rumble. I want to win it. You weren't even in the Rumble, were you, BeerMe? No, you were. You and Bastion were in it. GMSG wasn't. He got robbed. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we got to get it.
Bastion has good luck with the wheel, so
if he's
his title.
I mean, if he's world champion, he won't be in it, but
that's true.
We'll see how that goes. So, yeah, I mean, he won 2 Jokers, crying out loud. He's good with that wheel. It's nuts. It's crazy, but I think we'll leave it there, BeerMe. We're at the half-hour mark. I think we've covered everything, unless you have anything else to announce. I'm out of stuff. Are you good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, tell you what, guys, thanks for watching this. Appreciate you watching this half hour of us tired at 2 a.m. on a Saturday after Thanksgiving for you American types. Again, Canadians, we had it a while back, so it's good for catching up. It's all good. But this has been Frontline Prediction League, FPL in the Trenches for Scott and BeerMe. You can follow us on Twitter at Frontline League. You can like, favorite, and subscribe to this video and this channel for more of these to get details. And you can always go over to our Discord from there and sign up. Because if you are new and you do sign up and you put picks in because you're a new person, you'll probably be eligible for the Rumble too. Because you'll have a few shows under your belt by that point with like WarGames and Final Battle and Day 1. And hey, you got 3. There you go. So Come on in. You might be facing the world champion at WrestleMania for all we know. Could be crazy stuff. Crazier things can happen. It's a lot of fun. But I will leave it at that. Thank you, everybody, for checking this out. Have a good night.